All right, so this episode was pretty pointless, but it happened. It happened. I think we got one good reveal out of it.
Yes. Yeah. So we'll talk. We'll talk about that. We always. Right. I like to talk about the least interesting things first.
Yes, get those out of the way.
So we talked a lot about Essie, which for some reason was Laura Moon as an Irish person.
I don't understand that either. But okay.
That's going to come into play.
Yeah.
Because all the Coming to America stories have, even though they haven't been part of the plot per se, they somehow come into play.
Enormous.
He is enormous.
No, but in this picture he looks as big as all three of you.
Because he is big as all three of us.
Yeah, so we get kind of her backstory. She's the one who brought Sweeney here.
Yes.
Because her grandmother, again with grandmother, so her grandmother told her stories of the fairies and the leprechauns and all these people. And she's always believed in that, and she, through all of her thievery, got sent to America. And when she got here, twice, well, she didn't really stay the first time, and then the second time she had to. But we see that she brings it because she believes, and she continues to kind of tell the stories and pass them on to her children and her grandchildren until her grandchildren cry like little
pansy little
granddaughter.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, you'll never be satiated. And they're like, oh no, streams are scary. But yeah. And that's interspersed with Laura. And so the cab trio, we see them release Salim.
So
he can go find his god or his lover or whatever.
Yep.
Or both.
Or all of the above.
He's gonna go get it. He's gonna try to go get it again.
Wow.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't either.
But I'm
cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I want.
How can you top that sex scene?
I mean,
they haven't so far.
We have Leica.
Have not so far.
And then we see that Laura steals an ice cream truck, which Andrew so cleverly brought up the fact that it's so that she can stay cold.
Oh, it's like an Anduke.
Oh, 2 dogs.
Everybody.
Who is the bunny?
The bunny is probably Easter.
Or Odin again.
I think Odin's a bunny.
Well, he's the crow. I mean, the crow works for him. The bunny probably works for him too.
That's probably true too.
Because Odin wanted Laura dead.
He's trying.
Yeah. So I think the big reveal that we see is that, so there's a bunny, it shows up, it crashes the car because it was real cute, so Laura didn't want to kill it.
Yeah.
And they flip the truck, Laura flies through, rips open.
But the bunny was following them.
Yeah. We see the bunny twice.
We saw the bunny twice.
Right, but why did he... Okay, so... Sorry, not to...
No, go ahead.
I think these are connected.
Uh-huh.
It may not. So why did he throw the coins out the window? Was he paying for the ice cream?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't understand that.
About that.
Was he like, oh, I'm going to pay for this, so it doesn't come back to him, like he stole something?
Either that, or was he leaving breadcrumbs for the rabbit?
That's what I was thinking too. Like, what if he's leaving golden little breadcrumbs for the bunny to find where they were? So
no,
I don't know. Yeah,
because they drove by the bunny once, and then the bunny was ahead of him again. I don't think the road was straight. I don't think the bunny knew.
How do we know it was?
Someone's watching.
Who's here?
Molly and Michelle.
Hi, Molly and Michelle.
Michelle's brand new.
Hi.
We have 8 people watching.
Wow.
8 people?
Sorry, guys.
Champions.
Whoa.
Okay, wait.
Come on.
Sorry we missed you guys. We do usually do live stream, but if you rewind this, you'll find out why we're not able to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because of communism. All right.
So I'll read what they said. Molly says, I think it'll turn out it was happening simultaneously with the final. I think you meant with, not to the final episode. Easter was Wednesday. Wednesday asked her to kill Sweeney and Laura. Michelle then says, hey all, word is that Sweeney chucked those coins out the window to pay Easter for the rabbit.
Okay, so we can talk about that because that gets confusing, but that's our last point. So
Okay.
let's talk about the big reveal first. Because that's our
yeah,
point.
that's...
So, we see, like, Sweeney, after Laura gets ripped open by her Y-seam and the coin flies out, she's dead. And Sweeney's he gets his coin back, he's pumped, he's about to leave, and he looks back at her, And seeing her in the road, he flashes back to seeing her in the road again after the first initial crash.
Yeah.
And earlier in the episode, we saw him talk to the raven or the crow.
It's the crow. Yeah.
And we see it again when after the crash, he's there in the road, and he says, you know, you got what you wanted. So we find out that what we suspected earlier, that Odin caused the crash to start this whole thing.
And had been watching Laura for some time.
I mean, yeah.
So, Odin...
I mean, we already knew he'd been watching her, right? Because we saw the crows...
Did we? I don't remember.
We saw the crows in that episode where we watched
possible.
her fuck
I think that's what we brought up. I think that's where we brought up maybe he's the one that had it.
So we get confirmation that he did. Odin caused the wreck.
Well,
through
Odin...
Sweeney.
Yeah, so Odin used Sweeney to...
Odin needed Laura out of the way.
To get Shadow. Clear.
Yeah. To convince... Yeah.
So I wonder if that's in a... Because no one still knows. Laura doesn't know either. That Sweeney's the one that actually got her killed the first time.
Yeah. No.
So I wonder if that is going to come around. I wonder if like Mr. World's going to reveal.
K. Richard Jenkins.
Hey, KJ.
He's upset that we didn't live stream.
Sorry.
Well, it's not because of us.
And then he said
he read a strongly worded letter to Stars and/or YouTube.
he just said because Andrew explained it and. He came back and was like, wow, a whole new level of jerkdom.
Yeah.
I am going to start coining the phrase jerkdom because I think it's fun.
I bet that Mr. World's going to know what Wednesday did.
Yeah.
And
it's going
to tell Shadow,
yeah.
You think Mr. Wednesday's so great in protecting you or whatever. He actually killed your wife.
Yeah.
Roll the fucking tape.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet that because that's...
Okay, but whose side are we on?
I'm on no one's side.
I don't know.
I don't think we're supposed to be, I don't think there is a good or bad
Maybe
in this.
Shadow?
No, I don't
think
think
it's
good or bad.
I think we're supposed to be, I think we're supposed to identify with Shadow.
Oh no, I thought this was about Laura Moon.
I mean, the whole series.
Clearly that's what this show is about.
Jesus.
She has to play some kind of like, okay.
You know what I'm pissed about?
What?
Wow, Kate.
I am, and I just realized this, I'm pissed because you know who's not in the fucking first 100 pages?
Laura Moon.
Laura goddamn Moon.
Well, I bet because Wednesday had her killed, she has to do something with the higher story.
Probably, yeah.
Whatever.
Because, or else why would we, I'm hoping there's a payoff to all this Laura Moon.
I
mean, we even saw her first iteration.
We've seen her.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't.
Has she been reincarnated? I mean, why did they use the same actress?
Yeah, there has to be a reason.
But I mean, they also used the same actress as the grandma, though, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
I
mean, when she became old, they used her grandmother to be the old Laura Moon or old
Essie.
Yeah,
Essie. But that's not an excuse to say, oh, the other girl didn't mean anything.
Right. Emily Browning is playing
she
both.
She had a cat. She screwed around. She was a thief. And then actually Laura was the one who said we need to steal.
Yeah.
Like he joked about it.
Right.
And it's like, oh no.
The only thing is, Essie was a believer, and Laura Moon believed in nothing.
Yeah.
But now she does.
Well, now she.
I don't think she believes.
Not so much believe, but she like.
I don't think she believes in anything. She's still kind of a stuck-up BS.
So, Michelle, thank you, Michelle, has come in and said Brian Fuller is Brian Fuller the creator?
He's the creator. He's the showrunner.
Okay, Brian Fuller said he wanted more Laura Moon to avoid making American Gods a sausage fest.
What's wrong with a sausage fest when it's Ricky Whittle's sausage?
This is the wrong crowd.
And Michelle, I have to remind you, we did have 2 episodes of Bill Quiz. Because there was the first one where she sucked up the guy from Dharma and Greg, and then the second time she sucked up like half the cast of extras.
So what was that call like? When it was like, hey guys, you're called to be sucked up into the vagina and go into the astral vaginal space.
You're gonna get hoovered by a very attractive lady.
Pretty much just lay there naked.
Speaking of which, Bill Quiz has not yet reappeared.
No.
She's the one that's had 2 storylines.
Yeah.
And has yet to be a payoff.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay, so I think the question that I have that we talked about is, or not really talked about, why did Sweeney bring her back? And so I'm kind of wondering about Sweeney's motivations, and I'm gonna close my computer because I'm over it.
There's some theories too. Here.
Okay, good, great. So I mean, I want to get my questions out first.
You guys are great. We weren't
killing
expecting anybody to be up.
We're like, it's 11:30.
We love you so much.
Nobody's gonna be
They
watching
campaigned for you guys. I was just like, nope, not gonna do it.
We should probably get on, and Zach was like, you know.
And we'll get a takedown notice for copyright infringement.
Probably will. And then
talking about the show.
I have to be a lawyer.
Talking about the show or whatever. Yeah. So, one, what is Sweeney's connection and debt to Odin?
Okay.
I think that's a question that I have.
That's a good question.
And he kind of talked about it a little bit, but why, he owes a battle is what he said, but why does that mean, so he needs to be in the War of the Gods, but why does he have to do all this shit ahead of time? And also, why did he bring Laura back? And does Laura not know about him? Sorry, I had 3 questions.
That's 3.
Sorry.
Okay, so I have a theory.
Okay, ready?
About all 3?
No, just on what he owes.
Okay.
Okay. So remember in the scene tonight, we saw that he said he was at war, right? But that he looked into the fire and saw his death. So he got his shit in chunk deuce, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Odin is the god of war, yes?
Oh,
he
owes him a war.
He owes...
And wasn't one of the things that Odin...
And a sacrifice, because he's supposed to die.
Yeah.
And one of his shifting fire...
Who?
Odin?
Oh, I don't know.
Because what if it was Odin that was showing him his death?
No, I don't think Odin would have done that. Because Odin wanted him to go to war, and Odin wanted him to die.
But
perhaps Odin knew about the future.
Odin was a different mythology. I don't think we should cross the mythologies in the old world.
No.
I think he needs a war to die in because he cheated death. He cheated death. And so he's an old god. So this is
eye for an eye.
So it may be that he's like Odin's bitch right now because that's the only way to get to the war.
Okay.
And to be a hero, probably.
Probably.
Right.
You probably don't want to just die. You probably want to die being a hero of some sort. And why did he bring back Laura Moon?
So, Richard Jenkins.
Go for it, KJ.
He says Sweeney is falling for the dead wife.
He's falling. Okay.
He's falling in love with Laura.
I can see that.
He needs to blow good and ill. He's done ill twice. So good followed our lingering.
That's right, because he told us before in the episode.
He blows both ways.
They blow both ways.
They blow both ways. And then Molly, just like 2 seconds ago, or 2 comments ago, said the actor of Sweeney said there is a strong possibility that Sweeney's enamored with Laura, so I think he sees Essie in her. The actor said he wants Sweeney to fight.
Oh, and then that's really good because that is why they're the same actress. Ooh, who said that?
If any of his
Molly
motivation is
Molly, I like it.
But driven by his history with Essie.
Yes.
Which he's been connected to Essie from the beginning. He's her leprechaun.
Yeah.
So that would make sense why they would use.
Yes, I like that.
But wouldn't Laura be Sweeney's leprechaun this time?
A little bit.
Because she's the one bringing the good luck. He doesn't have any luck at all.
Well, no, she just has his coin.
All right. I don't know,
but I think the point is that Essie nurtured her relationship with the leprechaun.
Right.
He screwed her when she forgot.
Yeah.
But otherwise he took care of her, and then he came to her when it was time to die and take her off. And so now.
And she also brought him. So that's strong.
Yeah,
that's a strong connection.
You said
she brought
you
him.
and others like you.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Essie.
She helped them.
Well, obviously.
I'm sure she also brought lots of other things with her.
All the STDs.
Oh, Lord.
Including the STD of life.
So that means that he has somewhat of an inkling of guilt That he?
Probably.
I mean, we
had a hand in her death.
We saw in this episode that he does have feelings, which hurt my soul a little bit because I'd rather he didn't.
Well, and when when they showed us the flashback of him being responsible for the crash,
he looked begrudging.
He wasn't like job well done.
Did it?
Tell him it's done.
Yeah.
Huh. So, okay. All right, I'm along for the ride. As long as it's no more Laura Moon.
Okay, so Molly says the director said that Essie and Laura had the same spark of personality.
What spark? Fuck Laura. Sorry, what?
They were disaffected, independent women who had no one. And K. Richard Jenkins followed with yes.
I don't know. Were they independent, though?
I mean, they even say that Essie was beholden to no man. Like, she got her life from no man.
Well, I guess she was successful in the end.
But you know what?
Until she got caught, she was living on her own as a woman from the stuff that she stole.
Okay.
But you know what, though? I like Essie. I don't like Laura. Nothing about Laura makes me go, ooh, I like her.
You don't like her yet.
Yeah. We've seen a fucking enough of her.
She hasn't given me a reason
to have some.
We have one episode of Essie and we're on board.
Yeah.
Like 8 episodes later of Laura, and we're still just like.
I still think Laura's gonna save Shadow from
the war.
The war.
You don't think Shadow's gonna be in the war?
I don't think so. I don't think that's where this is moving to.
I don't know. How?
Well, we're not gonna. I mean, we're not gonna get the war this.
No, clearly.
We're not gonna get the war.
I hope
like
not.
8 years.
I don't.
We're just barely gonna get to see Kristen Chenoweth.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a war next. That's just like 30 seconds of war.
It sounds like there's gonna be a great big meeting.
It's gonna be a
gathering. Where they'll declare war.
Because they're all. He's supposed to be gathering the gods in Wisconsin.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think Shadow. I don't know.
Why?
I mean, what stake does Shadow have in this war?
He doesn't. He's a tool.
Yeah, so I don't understand why he would just like go along with Wednesday. He's been questioning all this all along. So I don't think he's 100%.
I think we need to see Shadow get some motivation.
I concur.
Because, I mean, right now he's really just like, I got nothing better to do. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't understand why he would just get involved with people he doesn't even know.
Focus.
And
I'm sorry.
Risk his death, which he already has risked his death with Chenoweth. So it's like, what are you doing? Who are these people?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I could see it. I could see him just walking away with Laura Moon. Season finale. It's pretty strong.
Yeah.
They can't kill her.
Listen,
what you got?
Secret.
I'm sorry, it's not secret. I'm just reading.
What you got? So we can wrap this up.
It's just they're talking amongst themselves.
Okay, the one more question that I had, unless I have a point, it was, does Laura know? She seemed to not realize. She didn't seem appreciative that she had gotten her life.
Yeah, I don't think she. I think she probably thought I fell out. I closed my eyes. I'm back.
Grew up in my floppy titties.
Yeah.
Ew.
My baloney tits.
They're not even that. They're just like not connected to her body.
It's like hey. Like, oh God, no.
You don't want literally you're covering up your ribs. That's not hot.
I don't think he's ever going to tell her either. I don't think he's going to tell her I put the coin back in you. I don't think so.
Well, he should, especially when she just woke up and started being a bitch to him.
I think he just wants to
She literally just eyes open, face punch.
I think he just wants to get there. I think he knows that she can help him get there.
She is an asset because she flipped that truck over quick.
You can have your Shadow. I can have my war. Ooh. Goodbye.
Tell me.
Okay, I'm gonna read what they've been saying.
All right.
Okay?
Story time.
I love it. I love you guys, by the way. Thank you for just like talking with each other. It's
jumping
fantastic.
in and joining.
So K. Richard Jenkins says perplexing that they're at the finale, and I have an idea they will end up with a setup rather than a GOT battle. I agree.
It's definitely gonna be. I'm not gonna get anything.
Michelle says same. I found it odd that we did a full episode on backstory so close to the season finale. As are we.
Well, they only have one book. They only have one book for content. one.
Yeah.
So you can't just finish the first book in the first season.
Well, I mean, but we're going off of this stupid American model of like, let's have 1,000 seasons where they could do like 2 solid 8-episode seasons.
But
and have that be American
They're trying
Gods.
to compete with...
You don't have to be like Ryan Murphy.
Just do, like, have a cohesive end game.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 seasons.
Right, but well, from a network perspective, why would you sign up for that when you know you're just going to get 2 years out of this? You're going to require it.
Well, it sounds like there's probably at least 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
we lose a light.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was just
let me continue. K-Rich came back. Why is Odin so determined to take Laura out of the equation?
Because she's a distraction.
Dead Laura would be a good weapon, especially for throwing ice cream trucks. Thank you, K. Richard Jenkins, for your sarcasm. It's fantastic. And yes, I agree that she is a distraction. And later on, Michelle says that Odin thinks that Laura is a distraction. Especially the Shadow. So
yeah, and I think once she finds out who killed her
it's gonna get
and
worse.
put her on this fucking path of... Well, she was always miserable.
Yeah.
But now she's miserable and dead.
But she has a light now. Now she's in love.
So I think this is going to...
In love?
I don't think this is going to...
She said. She said I wasn't in love with him before, but I am now.
She has a purpose.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to end well for Wednesday. I think Wednesday's going to end up on the defensive this next episode. Because it seems to be going really well up until now.
Yeah.
You know, with killing Vulcan and like getting him the sword, and he's like
I totally forgot about that.
He seems to be like collecting all the coins.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not. I don't think it's going to end well for him next episode.
I got it.
And I think we're going to be questioning who's the good guy, who's the bad guy.
Yeah, a lot of that.
I don't know if we have any like.
I don't think there's not a villain. There isn't a villain.
We're in a very slow rave.
We're very slow. So Molly comes back and says, I think the majority of the finale will be persuading Easter to be on Wednesday's side. She's an old god strongly on the new side. So switching her to Wednesdays will be earth-shattering.
I don't think Easter needs any of them.
I don't think so either.
We don't even know Easter.
Not yet.
I've read ahead.
Haven't
read bitch. Listen.
But just think about Easter. I mean, Easter is a celebrated holiday.
Yeah, heavily celebrated.
So I don't think... I mean, Easter's what? The number 2 holiday, marketable holiday after
3.
Christmas? Number 3. Well, top 5.
Because it's Christmas, Halloween,
She's
Easter.
top 5, so she doesn't need...
Yeah.
You know, I think...
She has survived.
Her and Santa Claus are good.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is this gonna...
You think Santa Claus will be there? Do you think he's an old god or a new?
Oh yeah, Krampus.
Krampus, yeah.
Michelle says Odin has a greater plan. No spoilers.
Thank you, Michelle.
But he has an end game that needs Laura out of the mix.
Michelle's already on board. Like,
I'm
she
telling
knows
you.
what's up. She's like, listen, I know how this works. No spoilers. I'm not gonna fuck up with this.
She also says that Neil Gaiman is writing extra material for them.
Well, yeah, because there's Ching on the other side of this.
Yeah.
There's some money to be
Is that
made.
real? Yeah, I mean, I guess. Is he writing the Laura stuff? Is that...
I guess.
Be our source information.
She says thanks, and I'm like, you're welcome.
He may just be writing book number 2.
You.
Oh, yeah.
So he probably asked him, can you make this book stretch to 2 or 3 seasons while I can start writing book number 2.
Or he doesn't have to write a book. He can just write material.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Let me see.
Anything else?
There's more.
Okay.
Cameron says that he hasn't read anything, but he has a feeling. He's had a feeling from the beginning that Odin plans on manifesting Shadow after another big self-sacrifice.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Either.
I'm also curious to know how this fucking flaming buffalo wing comes
Manifesting?
to play.
Do you mean manifesting, or do you mean like taking over Shadow? So then Odin's
maneuvering
spirit would go into Shadow.
Odin doesn't have a spirit.
He's a god.
He doesn't have a spirit.
So he would need a physical body.
He does have one. He's Wednesday.
What I'm saying is after the sacrifice, would he take over?
I don't even know what that means. Who's sacrificing who?
Because it's the war that's coming out.
A new form.
I don't know.
I'm not following KJ.
A new form. I think what you're trying to say is that you think Odin is going to take over Shadow's physical.
I would rather believe.
I think that's what you're
trying to say. I would rather believe that maybe Wednesday's going to try to awaken some powers that Shadow already possesses.
Yeah.
So maybe Shadow is a demigod.
It's like demigod thing.
So I think Wednesday's going to try to awaken those rather than.
Have we seen any?
We don't know because maybe he's doing things. The snow episode.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we don't know. He doesn't know. We don't know. It doesn't matter. But he keeps seeing this flaming bull thing. So I think somehow this bison is connected to Shadow somehow.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a spirit animal.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And the Thunderbird. Remember the Thunderbird and the tea leaves, the coffee grounds? So I think somehow Native American mythology or spirituality is going to come through Shadow, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Because doesn't he have that background?
We don't know. We don't know anything about Shadow. We know more about Laura than we do about Shadow. Shadow's just been to prison.
You overshot the lady edge of this episode because
Shadow's past is in Shadow.
Oh. I guess that's what season 2 will be about. Shadow. Right. All about Shadow.
Okay, so then this is just funny.
Last
I
one.
have to say it. So Rich says that when we were talking about the whole season thing, he says True Detective season 1 and drop the mic. I agree with you. Okay. Season 1 was fan-fucking-tastic.
What are we talking about?
It was
True Detective.
True Detective.
It was fantastic.
So what's the comment?
The second one was garbage.
They could have just stopped.
They could have just ended it. He's saying that you can have a successful show and just be one season.
Yeah.
But networks don't want.
Oh my gosh, y'all commented more about the buffalo. Do I say it or
yeah, say it. Just real quick.
So Cameron says he also in the novel it's implied that Shadow could have Native American ancestry.
What?
That Shadow Moon was Native American.
I think he's like half or something.
Sorry. Oh, she did a little kissy face after, or sticking your tongue out at us. Thank you. And then Molly says that's very true. Odin has a history of sacrifice and self-mutilation. And media said the martyrdom, thank you, is a popular recruitment tool.
Yeah.
Hence the buffalo.
Hence the nooses. We would see a lot of nooses too.
Hence I don't understand why we're watching a lot of Laura Moon.
I don't.
All right, so we don't like Laura Moon. We'll continue not to like Laura Moon until she actually does something that's productive in the story.
Yeah. Not shitty.
And being like a shitty person. She's just such a shitty
guys,
person.
thank you for watching and joining us so late in the evening. Congratulations to Kevin Spacey for hosting the Tony Awards.
Yeah.
Good on you, Bette Midler. You go ahead and you just talk all the way through.
We should have did a whole after show with the Tonys. Wow. But thanks for joining us. If you want to see a Tony after show, let us know in the comments, and maybe we'll stick around. Andrew, I think, wants to go home, but
that's fair.
I think we'll stick around. I don't know. Andrew's leaving now.
He's out.
So, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe, Michelle, if you're new to here. Thank you so much for commenting. We love you.
And keep in mind that we're probably also not going to do the season finale.
We'd rather not. We don't want to get in trouble. The channel's been not in trouble, but we've been getting a lot of copyright infringement claims on the videos, so it's making it kind of scary to go ahead and do it.
Yeah, because we want to stick through for Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, because HBO does not care.
Yeah.
They promote reaction videos.
Yeah.
That's why we started this whole group. So we want to make sure we are there for Game of Thrones. We don't want to ruin that. If you do watch Game of Thrones, you do want to stick around for July 16th. There'll be 10 more people sitting
But
here.
definitely, we're going to continue to do the after talks because we have so much fun talking to y'all.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. So let's raise our glasses, end it, and then I guess we're doing 20 of it? I don't know. We'll decide. We'll figure it out.
Tell us if you want it.
I don't know.
We're whores.